Many people suggest that attaining passive income can probably be one of the smartest things that you can do as an entrepreneur. And I completely agree with that statement. I just think that attaining it is a little bit more difficult. Ironically enough, passive income opportunities are not always that passive, which brings me to my current topic, vending machines. I am the proud owner of 2 vending machines, and I have really strongly considered buying more, but there are just a few things that stop me, and I kind of wanted to share that with you today. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Alex Schar, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Alex Can Do That, your ultimate guide to Gen Z and Millennial finance, along with entrepreneurship. So many people suggest that vending machines are a great business for young entrepreneurs to get into, and I have to say, I don't fully understand why that's a common occurrence for people to say. Personally, I believe that vending machines are a great source of passive income, but I feel like there's a lot easier ways to get passive income without super high upfront costs. For instance, I bought 2 vending machines for $1,500, which is a steal of a price. $750 for 2 really well-performing, relatively new, but used vending machines. If you want to get into a business like this, I really would suggest price shopping on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. I really wouldn't rush into a purchase like this because finding a used one at a really good deal is the best way to go. But there's so much more to vending machines than just buying them and owning them. So when I bought my vending machines, I had to find a place to store them. Luckily, the guy that I got them from was like really freaking awesome, and he actually let me extend his lease for $70 for an additional 7 days. So after I got them, my plan was to put them into a large office and warehouse space, but that deal actually fell through after 4 days, which was pretty frustrating because I only had till the rest of the week to actually place my vending machines. So after I got the call that I wasn't going to be able to place the vending machines in the initial spot that I wanted to, I was really upset, and I was actually on my way there, so I actually turned around to go back home, but I was like, nah dude, I just spent $1,500 on these vending machines, like I'm gonna find a place to put them. I just like pulled over my car and I went to like 5 different businesses, a laundromat, a salon, a tattoo parlor, a dry cleaning shop, and I gave them the same pitch. Basically, I would tell them I would bring in the vending machine for free, set it up, do the maintenance, fill it up, and I would give them a commission of all the sales that the vending machine would make. But over and over again, everybody just kept saying no. At that point, I kind of felt like a failure, but more than anything, I was just really proud of myself for going in and like taking that leap to try something that I'd never tried before. So finally, I was like about to give up. I was really tired of all these people constantly telling me no. And I remembered that there was a car wash detail place right down the street from my house. So I figured I'd stop there and try one more time before I just gave up and went home. So a week or so before this, I actually went on a bar crawl for my friend's birthday, and I had another friend who wanted to get some numbers. So they asked me to go up to a group of bridesmaids and a bride and sing WAP by Cardi B. I'm a really great wingman, so I actually decided to go and do that for them, and the bridesmaids all had a really good time. They sang like really loud, and I really didn't think that this was gonna work, that my friend was gonna get these numbers. And after we did it, they came back to me and was like, they all gave me their number. And I was like, that's so far-fetched. Like, I couldn't believe that. But I was like, that's the power of reciprocity. They gave the girls something, and so they valued that. They had a good time, so they gave something in return, which was their contact information. So when I was going around and looking for, you know, the car wash place, I was like, let me try that. Let me try the power of reciprocity. So I went in and I actually bought a car wash. So when I was walking into the facility, I noticed they had a vending machine, but it was like really old. It was broken down. It only took quarters. It didn't even take dollars. And so I walked up to the lady to pay for my car wash, and I was like, hey, you know, I noticed you guys, your vending machine's not in really good condition. She's like, oh yeah, you know, we've had it forever, and da-da-da. She was like super nice. And I was like, oh, I actually own a vending machine business. And I gave her the same spiel, you know, I'd bring it in for free and give them a commission. And she was like super hype, really excited about it. It was a completely different energy than everybody else, which I kind of felt like everybody else was bothered by my presence. But I think maybe buying the car wash with the power of reciprocity kind of opened her up a little bit, rather than feeling like she's being sold to. We were just having a conversation. She actually was a part owner of the car wash, and she called her brother down and was like, hey, you know, this girl really wants to help us with our business and da-da-da-da, and they were really, really hype about it. I shook their hand, and then that day I had a deal that the next day I would bring in my vending machine, which made me super happy. I was so proud when I went home. It was a really awesome experience. So that brings me to my next point. Moving these freaking things. The machines weigh about half a ton. So I went out of my way and I called so many moving companies, and literally they would all quote me at about $600 to $1,000 to move these things, which I wasn't gonna pay that much. I'd only paid $1,500 for 2 machines. So I went to Facebook Marketplace and I found some really cheap movers. These 2 guys said that they would move it for $200, which in hindsight was a really bad idea. I was like trusting these random strangers who were completely uninsured, definitely not professional, with my new precious cargo. To say the least, they bent the leg. I told them they couldn't lay it on its side, and they did it anyway. They had trouble even getting it into the truck. They had to ask a stranger to put it into the truck. And then not only that, but when they actually made it to the car wash place, they couldn't fit it in the door. So the guy asked me to pay him anyway, and he was just going to leave it outside. I told him no way. I insisted that we get it inside of the building, and with that persistence, we actually did get it in the building. I paid him and I tipped him well, even though he really did damage my machine. I was really appreciative that we were actually able to get it inside. But finally I had it placed, which was just a really huge sigh of relief, and I really did feel successful in that moment. So after that, I did have to fill up the vending machine, which cost an additional $150 for like the snacks and things, bringing my grand total to a whopping $1,920 for an upfront investment thus far. And even though I was super duper happy that I finally got it placed, that night when I went to bed, I could not sleep. Because I was so nervous that something would happen, like somebody would shake the machine and it would fall over on somebody and they would get crushed and I would get sued. So the next day I filed an LLC for the vending machine business, which cost me an additional $300. I was also running out of time, so luckily my dad actually let me put the drink machine in his office. He helped me move it, and it was virtually free to do that aside from gas, which I really got lucky with that one. I also had to fill the drink machine, which cost me about $85. And then I had to file my taxes for both of them, which is about $15 per sticker. It's like for the state of Texas, which is an additional $30, bringing the total upfront investment to $2,035. And I'm sure at this point you're wondering, how much do these things make, right? $13. In all honesty, the car wash vending machine has made about $120 in a month and a half, and the drink vending machine at my dad's office has made about $50. Granted, it is winter time and the car wash place is closed more often than not because of the weather. As for the office drink machine, I don't know. I don't know. At this rate, in order to make all of my money back, it will take about a year and a half. And then after that, the machines will make a profit of about $2,000 a year, which is nothing to retire on. Not to mention, I do get a call about every other week from the car wash place telling me that, you know, a snack didn't fall, or the machine's not taking dollar bills, or it's not giving exact change, which can be a hassle and is not completely passive. But I'm not gonna lie, I do love passive income, and so I do not regret purchasing this machine, or the drink machine. Also, it is pretty satisfying to have a handful of dollar bills at the end of the month.
It's $80.
So if you are like 19 years old and the idea of having a vending machine business is dangled in front of you like a candy for a baby, I would suggest going another route. There just are cheaper ways to start a business with a lot less money up front. But anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Your experience might be different than mine, so if you want, give it a try. If you'd like, you can hire me to consult your business or just give you any advice if you click the link below. And if you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, thank you for watching and stay out of the rat race.